Hello, welcome to the Echo Tips podcast. In this week's edition, we're going to be talking about a feature that's been around for a little while, but you just might never know when it might surface, and that is known as A-Lady Answers. So we're going to surface that today and learn a little bit more about that. But before we get into that, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast, and then we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Well, hello again, and welcome back to the podcast. As I mentioned today, we're going to be talking about a feature that's been around for a little while, but we've just never covered. It's known as A-Lady Answers, and it's kind of tricky to surface, so I figured out a way to do that today, just so that we might get exposure to that, and it might inform you later in the future, or you can even become a contributor to the A-Lady Answers program. First off, though, I'd like to welcome our new listeners. You're like, what have I delved into? We'd like to welcome you to the Echo Tips podcast, where you find little nuggetized episodes about 5 to 15 minutes long, where we talk about features of the Amazon Echo, new things that are going on, sometimes some skills, and the like. And my name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill, and I'll mention at the tail end of the episode how you can find out more about what I'm doing, and you may even reach out with thoughts or suggestions. And for our returning listeners, we'd like to welcome you back as well, and because of both of you, we're well on our way to breaking here in the near future 100,000 listens to the podcast. So that's super. All right, so let's delve right into this. So well, without any further ado, let's get right into it. How about that? If you have an echo in hearing distance of me, you might want to mute its ears. That way I'm not triggering this response at your house, and we're just hearing the one here in the studio on the recording. Okay, so let's give this a try. And the trick is this feature, well, I'll explain it after we do it. All right, so here we go. Alexa, what is the state snack of Texas?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, tortilla chips and salsa.
Oh, okay. Tortilla chips and salsa. Okay, so there you go. Now, what you might have heard at the tail end of that is really what I'm highlighting today, which is this A-Lady Answers program. And, of course, I'm saying A-Lady to avoid saying the name again. I guess I could shut her ears off. But anyway, this is kind of like a ad hoc Wikipedia where contributors and different people can go in there and answer questions that the A-Lady has had difficulty with. And those answers, as they get thumbs up and approved and 5-starred, I guess, may be vetted. I'm not entirely sure how that works. They eventually get pushed to the Echo so that you can, at your home, anywhere, in the world, theoretically, where this program is running, ask her something, and if she can't pull it from her regular resources like Wikipedia or other databases, she may run a search across the A-Lady Answers forum and see, oh, well, somebody answered about those, what's the snack of Texas, and give you a response from that. Now, what's more interesting perhaps to you is if you want to participate or you have certain skills, like let's say I have IT skills, I could go in there and try and be a contributor myself. So that's kind of cool, kind of like a Wikipedia administrator or something like that. So it's very reminiscent of an old service I remember called Mahalo, where you could come in and you could gain recognition as an answer or contributor and answer people's questions and the like. I just hope they come up with different belt levels like karate or something. Some way to spurn people to get interested. You're a ninja black belt answer or contributor. But anyway, who knows? I haven't really delved into it too much. But if you want to find out more about it, I'll put it in the show notes. But you go to Alexa Answers. That's no spaces, just the A lady name, Answers, period, Amazon.com. And you can pull that up in any browser, and if you're logged in, I imagine you can join that service, and then you can be a contributor to this kind of thing. Now, something weird I did notice just this morning is this. Watch this real quick. Alexa, what is the state snack of Texas?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, beaver nuggets.
See, you were wondering, what is Crazy Dave doing? Well, so you notice there, it surfaced a different answer. So that is a little peculiar. This morning so far I've had tortilla chips, whatever that last one was, nuggets. I've heard hamburgers. I heard a long list of sopapillas and different types of vegetables and fruits, and so I've heard several different answers. So I don't know if that's the way it was really designed to be implemented, to kind of like rotate through the answers. I mean, maybe that makes sense if you had 2 or 3 really good answers and they were vetted, but I would kind of prefer just to have a single answer instead of having a willy-nilly answer, so that's kind of interesting. So, I hope maybe that changes in the future, or maybe there's more of an explanation. Maybe even at the tail end, if she just said, there are additional answers, would you like to hear them or something? That might be a really handy way. Are you listening, Amazon? Are you listening? These are some suggestions. This is a freebie, please. But anyway, but I like the idea. Kind of a homespun Amazon, Wikipedia, that people can kind of contribute to. It would be really kind of interesting in the future if there was some way we could verbally contribute to it. But I don't know. It's just kind of curious. So, anywho, so if you now in the future are asking the lady some crazy question and you get an answer that you have never heard before, and it says at the end it came from the A-Lady Answers forum, now you know what that's all about. And plus, if you'd like to contribute, you can check that out too. So that'll bring this episode to a close. As I mentioned earlier, I was going to mention to you all how you can reach out to me. Of course, you can go to our website, goodwillvalleys.com/newvision. That's all lowercase and no spaces. Our webpage is undergoing a lot of change right now, so you won't really find a lot of information right there about the New Vision program at this exact moment. It's just kind of some bullet points about what we do, but you can see that you can sign up for the monthly newsletter there, where you can find out additional information on a monthly basis. I publish that newsletter myself, and so one of the things we feature in that is kind of a running last month's list of A-Lady Echo Tips podcast episodes. So maybe if you're running behind and you want to listen to that somewhere else, that might be an easy way to pull that up. Also, if you'd like to reach out to us on Facebook or Twitter, by all means, feel free to do that, and you'll be looking for Goodwill Industries of the Valleys. All right, well, that brings this episode to a close. I will give you a little cliff note / exciting news. Today's demo was done on a brand new Amazon Echo 10 with motion capability. It means it has a motorized base. So this one enables me to do some new demos and new features, which may include video conferencing, Zoom. We can talk more about the motion tracking, person detection, and good golly, who knows what else. So we'll be touching on that here in some future episodes. But until then, turn the ears back on your Echo. Start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. Let me tell you a bit more. Let me put on my official sounding voice. Ahem. Ahem. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and also made possible in part by a grant from the Virginia Board for the Blind and Vision Impaired. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving Central, Southwest, and Southside Virginia. Goodwill's mission is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and inspire communities. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.